Have you ever seen people who look so unique you'd think they're from another world? From unbelievable faces to one in a million features, these individuals will make you question what's possible. Stay tuned, because today we're counting down 10 of the strangest looking people in the world, and the last one will completely shock you. Are you new in this video? Click subscribe and hit notification bell, so let's get started. Nyakim Gatwech was born on January 27, 1993 in Gambela, Ethiopia, to South Sudanese parents who had fled the protracted Second Sudanese Civil War. Her family later moved to Kenya and lived in refugee camps before relocating to the United States when Joaquim was about 14 years old. In the U.S., the family initially settled in Buffalo, New York, before she later moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Growing up, Nyakim faced deeply challenging circumstances: refugee life, frequent displacement, and a new culture in America. In middle and high school, she encountered racism, colorism, and bullying. Classmates mocked her dark skin and asked racist comments like, "You don't take showers, that's why your skin is dirt." Despite the hardships, Nyakim discovered an interest in modeling while participating in a fashion show at a university in Minnesota. She embraced her deep melanin complexion and became known by the nickname Queen of Dark, turning what many saw as a disadvantage into a distinctive strength. Her Instagram presence went viral after she posted a photo with two lighter-skinned models, creating conversation about melanin, representation, and beauty standards. One viral incident: an Uber driver asked her if she'd bleach her skin for $10,000. Her response, refusing, and indignantly asking why she should change, became widely shared. Brands like L'Oréal Paris took notice and featured her in campaigns. She intentionally uses her voice to advocate for self-love, diversity in fashion, and acceptance of dark-skinned women. Today, Nyakim is more than a model. She's a symbol of resilience and empowerment. Her story highlights the intersections of refugee experience, racial, color bias, and redefining beauty on her own terms. She has inspired many young women of color to embrace their skin and reject harmful norms. In her own words, it takes time to love who you are. Be confident in whatever the situation is. If you love yourself, other people will see it and love you for being yourself. Before I show you the next one, if you're not an alien, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. Only good humans can do it. Aliens won't. Willie Murphy is a bodybuilder and powerlifter based in Rochester, New York. Though full details of her childhood are less well documented, what stands out is that she began serious competitive strength training later in life, around her early 70s. Her decision to take up powerlifting was driven by a desire simply to maintain her fitness and independence as she aged. At around age 81, she entered competitive powerlifting and quickly made a mark. She set New York state records and national records in her age brackets for lifts like the bench press and deadlift. A particularly viral moment: in 2019, at age 82, she thwarted a home intruder breaking into her house, using strength and composure to subdue the intruder until police arrived. She reportedly deadlifted 225 pounds during one of her competitions, a remarkable feat for someone in her 80s. She works out about 3 times a week and remains active not only in competition, but also as an inspiration to older adults. Willie Murphy's story challenges many conventional notions about aging, fitness, and strength. She shows that it's never too late to begin serious physical training, to compete, to defend oneself, and to inspire others. Her public image, especially after her viral home intruder defense, has made her something of a role model for older adults, especially women who may feel limited by age. As she herself says, staying active and independent matters. Her journey urges us to reconsider the boundaries we place on ourselves. Age is not automatically a limit, and with determination, discipline, and courage, one can continue to achieve and inspire. Asha Mandela was born in the Caribbean island of Trinidad and Tobago. She later moved to the United States, eventually settling in Claremont, Florida. At some point early in her hair-growing journey, she embraced the cultural practice of locks, also known as dreadlocks, not only as a hairstyle, but as a personal and spiritual expression. Asha Mandela holds the world record, via Guinness World Records, for the longest locks, female, living person. On 11 November 2009, her locks measured 5.96 meters, 19 feet 6.5 inches. Since then, she has continued growing them. Reports say her locks have reached lengths up to 33.5 meters, 110 feet. Her locks weigh about 19 kilo, 42 llb, and the maintenance is significant. Washing with up to 6 bottles of shampoo once a week, drying takes 2 full days, and she sometimes uses a fabric sling to keep the locks off the ground and ease the strain on her neck. Beyond the sheer physical feat, Asha's journey highlights identity, self-expression, and commitment to something unconventional. Her hair isn't just long, it's a royal crown, or cobra, as she calls it, symbolizing her unique personal story and presence. She also challenges common assumptions. Many people question hygiene or practicality of such long locks, but she takes great care to wash and maintain them properly. Her story can serve as an inspiration to embrace what makes us different and invest in our passions, even if they seem extraordinary or out of the ordinary. David Balogan is a remarkable young prodigy from Pennsylvania who graduated high school at the age of 9 and soon enrolled in college. He attended Reach Cyber Charter School and completed his high school coursework via online learning. After finishing high school, he became the youngest learner in the 90-year history of Southern New Hampshire University by enrolling at age 9 with a full tuition scholarship in computer science and IT. David says he loves to learn and is passionate about science, robotics, programming, and even developing his own theories about astrophysics. He's expressed interest in black holes and supernovas. His family says his education is tailored to his pace and capability rather than his age, showing how sometimes traditional schooling must adjust to extraordinary talent. David's story is more than just a record breaker. It highlights potential when education is flexible, when support is strong, and when a young person's passion is nurtured rather than constrained. Francisco Domingo Joaquim, nicknamed Chiquinho, is from Angola and is known for holding the record for the widest mouth, unstretched, in the world. His mouth was officially measured at 17 centimeters, 669 inches, across when fully stretched. The measurement was taken on 18th of March 2010, earning him recognition in the Guinness World Records. Originally from the Sambizanga district in Angola, Joaquim's unique physical trait drew global attention. He once demonstrated that he could fit an entire drink can in his mouth, a practical demonstration of his record-holding mouth width. Sadly, reports indicate that Francisco Domingos Joaquim passed away in early January 2023 at age 31 after battling a lung disease. Despite his early passing, his record remains a remarkable example of human variation and how unique physical attributes can capture global interest. His story reminds us that extraordinary can mean many things, not always feats of speed or strength, but sometimes the unexpected and curious. Would you like me to pull up video clips of his record measurement or other astonishing mouth-related records for your project? Many say this photo is fake or edited, but it's still possible. Some rare conditions like rhinophyma, which causes thickening of the nose skin due to severe rosacea or nasal cartilage hypertrophy, an overgrowth of cartilage and soft tissue, can make the nose grow unusually large. Whether real or not, it reminds us how mysterious and unbelievable the human body can be. What can you say about this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Khoudia Diop was born in Senegal and moved to Paris at around age 15. Growing up, she experienced bullying and harsh comments about her very dark skin tone. Classmates in Senegal and later in Europe sometimes told her she should lighten her skin or asked, "Why are you that dark?" Despite this, she eventually embraced her natural look and coined the nickname Melanin Goddess to celebrate her deeper-than-average complexion. Her modeling career began when photographers in Paris noticed her striking look. She signed with the creative agency The Colored Girl, which focuses on empowering women of color, and she quickly gained traction on social media thanks to her bold and unapologetic representation of dark skin. One high-profile milestone was being featured in a campaign for the cosmetics brand Makeup Forever under their Blend In Stand Out initiative, emphasizing diversity and refusing to hide who you are. Beyond modeling, Khoudia uses her platform to challenge mainstream beauty standards, especially the idea that lighter skin is automatically more beautiful. She encourages young girls and women of color to embrace their skin, saying, for instance, that we are all goddesses inside and out. By living visibly and proudly as someone with very dark skin, she helps expose and dismantle color bias and gives representation to those who rarely see themselves in fashion media. Troy James, often known as Twisty Troy James, is a Canadian contortionist and performer with an extremely flexible body that he started suppressing and hiding during his formative years because he faced teasing for how weirdly bendy he was. He worked regular jobs, including human resources, while keeping his contortion skill as a hidden ability. Troy transformed that hidden ability into a unique performance niche. His audition on America's Got Talent, Season 13, featured him contorting his body in unnatural ways, walking in a back bend right up to the judge's table, earning a buzz because of how unusual and visually shocking it was. From there, he found a place in horror and creature movement roles. For example, he portrayed the Jangly Man in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, thanks to his ability to move in ways most human bodies cannot. He's credited with no CGI for many of his creature performances. His movements are the special effect. Troy James's story is interesting because it flips the script on what might otherwise have been considered a weird or embarrassing talent. He embraced his uniqueness and found a niche where it became his strength. His journey reminds us that sometimes what makes us feel different is exactly what can make us exceptional. By turning his innate flexibility and performance style into a professional career, he inspires others to celebrate what's unusual about themselves rather than hide it. Meet Mahogany Geter, a woman from Tennessee who was born with a rare condition called lymphedema, which causes an abnormal buildup of lymph fluid in the body's tissues. Since birth, her left leg has been severely affected. It has grown so large that it weighs about 100 pounds, 45 kilos, making it visibly and physically different from her other leg. Growing up with this condition brought many challenges. School was hard because of bullying, and everyday life, clothes shopping, walking, even moving around, often involved extra difficulty. She often hid her leg under long pants or skirts to avoid stares and judgment. But Mahogany's story is one of turning those hardships into strength. In 2017, while working at Walmart, she was approached by a photographer who saw her potential. That chance meeting helped launch her modeling career. She now uses social media and her modeling work to raise awareness about lymphedema, body positivity, and self-acceptance. Rather than seeing her leg only as something to be ashamed of, she embraces her difference, encouraging others to love their own unique bodies. Her journey highlights how one body part being different can deeply affect one's life, physically, emotionally, socially, but also how courage and self-love can transform that into something inspiring. Born on October 12, 1871 in Demerara, British Guiana, Prince Randian, birth name unknown, was born without arms or legs due to a rare condition called tetra amelia syndrome. Despite his physical challenges, he became a sideshow performer in the United States for over 45 years. Discovered or brought to the U.S. in 1889 by P.T. Barnum, Randian was marketed with stage names like the Human Torso, the Human Caterpillar, and the Snake Man. His act was both astonishing and skillful. He would crawl or wriggle across the stage in a one-piece wool garment, mimicking a caterpillar or snake-like motion, and with his mouth and lips alone, he would roll a cigarette, light it, smoke it, even write, paint, and shave himself using his mouth. He also appeared in the 1932 film Freaks, where a scene shows him lighting a cigarette with his lips, a visual testament to how he defiantly transformed what many would call a limitation into a striking performance. Off stage, he was known to speak multiple languages, Hindi, English, French, German, and had a family, his wife, Princess Sarah, and several children. Prince Randian passed away on December 19, 1934 in New York City of a heart attack, shortly after a performance, aged 63. His life remains a powerful example of human resourcefulness and dignity. Despite being born without limbs, he forged a professional life, showed autonomy, and left a legacy that challenges how we view disability, performance, and resilience. Orlando Serrell was born in 1968 in Virginia, USA. When he was 10 years old on August 17, 1979, he was struck on the left side of his head by a baseball while playing with friends. He briefly lost consciousness and suffered lingering headaches, but no major medical diagnosis. Soon afterward, something changed. His brain seemed to unlock a new capability. After the accident, Serrell discovered he could instantly know the day of the week for any date since the trauma. For example, July 4, 1995 was a Tuesday, without counting or calculating. He also gained a vivid, near-perfect memory of his whereabouts, daily weather conditions and events for each day since the injury. This kind of condition is known as acquired savant syndrome, where some people develop highly specialized talents following brain injury. Orlando's story challenges many assumptions about the brain's potential and the fixed nature of our abilities. His case suggests that latent capabilities might exist, lying dormant until something triggers them. Although the underlying brain mechanisms are not fully understood, his experience has been studied by neuroscientists interested in memory, recalculation, and how the brain rewires after trauma. In everyday terms, Orlando Serrell shows that what appears to be a setback, a sudden head injury, can sometimes be followed by something extraordinary, turning a normal kid into someone with an astonishing mental gift. His story isn't just about a weird ability. It's about how resilience, neuroplasticity, and human potential intersect in unexpected ways. And that's it for today's list of 10 strangest-looking people in the world. Each of them reminds us that beauty and uniqueness come in all forms. And sometimes what makes us different is what makes us unforgettable. Which one surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories of unbelievable people around the world. Because here on Polo TV, we celebrate the extraordinary, one story at a time.